Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Wednesday, October 23rd. Today we will have an increase in winds across western and northern areas associated with a cold front moving in, where we'll have southwest wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, and some areas of drier relative humidity in Nevada, otherwise higher RH up in central Idaho, eastern Idaho, Wyoming, down into northern Utah. We'll also have moisture moving in behind this cold front with rain showers in the lower elevations and snow showers in the higher elevations. This front continues to push eastward across the north through Thursday, and that will push the shower activity across Idaho into Wyoming on Thursday, likely not seeing much at all for Nevada and Utah with respect to moisture. On Friday, we will see that front well to the east with quieter conditions and lighter winds. Over the last 24 hours, no showers or thunderstorms. And Great Basin fire activity yesterday was very light with 4 fires for 3.8 acres and minimal growth on our large fires. Great Basin also dropped to PL2 this morning. Over the last 7 to 14 days, any precipitation has really been across Nevada and Utah, and these areas has been above normal for the last 2 weeks in some spots. Otherwise, up north, any precipitation we have gotten has still been below normal for the time of year. ERCs show this well with the lowest ERCs across Nevada and Utah, where we saw much of that more significant moisture. Otherwise, in central and southern areas of the Great Basin and up north, we are seeing some pockets of ERCs above the 60th to 70th percentile in some of those drier spots. Looking at some of our ERC charts, you can see for western Wyoming, where ERCs dropped significantly but have risen steadily over the last several days just with the drier conditions and some breezy winds, but will also be dropping back down again through the next 7 days with more precipitation moving across the north, both today and tomorrow, and then also again this weekend and next week. In western Nevada, where we'll see some of those gusty winds, you can see ERCs have been fairly steady right around normal. Looking at our satellite image from this morning, you can see the area of low pressure off the northwest coast, which is pushing that cloud cover and showers into Oregon today. That cold front, again, will continue pushing eastward across northern areas, otherwise sunny skies for Nevada, Utah, northern Arizona with above normal temperatures. Looking at the weather pattern for later today, that front starts to move in. You can see significant fire potential remains low in the north and still generally low even over western and southern Nevada, but a little bit drier in those areas. Relative humidity remains in the teens across much of Nevada, and then above 25 or 30% up in Idaho and Wyoming and into northern Utah. And you can see the wind picture, winds strongest in western Wyoming, also along the Sierra front with gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, all out of the southwest ahead of that cold front. Temperatures remain well above normal across Nevada and Utah and closer to normal up north, but will be dropping with that cold front. You can see the moisture moving in later today into southwest and central Idaho. Again, snow in the higher elevations and rain in the lower elevations. On Thursday, this cold front pushes east across the north, so eventually we'll see drier conditions, but still through Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon, moisture moving through before it dries out later in the evening. Otherwise, significant fire potential remains low. Relative humidity increases over northern areas with the colder temperatures and moisture behind that front, and winds drop off. Temperatures drop around 10 to 12 degrees in the north on Thursday, with valley highs in the low 50s and most mountain areas seeing highs in the 40s. And then we'll even see cooler temperatures for Nevada and Utah, where we'll see around a 10 to 15 degree drop in temperatures. The moisture you can see generally on Thursday tracking across central and eastern Idaho into Wyoming with a few spotty showers down in northern Utah or northeast Nevada. On Friday, the ridge starts to rebuild briefly with warmer and drier conditions and continued low fire potential and lighter winds. You can see those relative humidities drop in the north with that drier temperature or drier conditions and warming temperatures under the ridge, still generally light winds. And Friday, those temperatures again start to rebound a little bit in the north and in southern areas. No precipitation expected on Friday. The 3-day precipitation, this is a fairly fast-moving cold front, so any precipitation will be more modest amounts in the north, but still some areas will see low-end wetting rains and a few inches of new snowfall in the higher elevations. By the weekend, the ridge still dominates the Great Basin on Saturday, but you can see this large trough off the west coast, which will be moving in. By Sunday, we will see gusty winds out ahead of this next cold front. And by Monday, this front really starts to drop across the Great Basin with colder temperatures and more moisture. Really for the northern half to 2/3 of the Great Basin could see some shower activity. Then on Tuesday, this continues to swing through the east, and you can see decreasing fire potential as we go into early next week. And we do see those cooler temperatures and moisture in areas further south than we'll see this cold front today and tomorrow. 7-day total precipitation shows that, well, again, much of this is going into early next week, but you can see really all areas except for far southern Nevada, southern Utah, and the Arizona Strip get at least some light precipitation with this cold front early next week. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from the end of October through the first week of November, still shows cooler temperatures, possibly near normal precipitation, but we'll continue to have storms move through the end of October before possibly the first week of November seeing some drier conditions. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.